What is happening, guys? Martin is back again. Let's go. So guys, touching base with you now just in respect of this particular fragrance. This is one which again we talked about before in the previous video. Very quick video now, and was touching and talking about this particular fragrance. And this is ultimately, I don't even know how to pronounce this one, so guys, have a look. There we have it. So apparently this is pronounced Eau De Gingembre Noir. Eau de Cologne. So ultimately, guys, as I talked about in the previous video, I did put up a just a bit of a diagram so you can see that the Eau de Cologne concentration is not going to be as strong as an EDT. Obviously, it's definitely not got as much. It's not necessarily got as many oils in, or the concentration of oils is not the same that you get in the EDT in Eau de Parfum. And at the end of the day, you know, obviously the Parfum, which is ultimately at the end of the scale. So these type of fragrances, guys, are going to be lighter. They're going to be more for the summertime, and that's what I would recommend. Now again, this one's from Zara, guys. This one came in at $10.99. It's one of those fragrances, guys, that came and again, and here you can see with the bottle. So have a quick look there, you guys. So this one is ultimately, again, the bottle, trying to get to zoom in, but it doesn't want to play ball. But ultimately, guys, as you can see, same as we did on the last fragrance, the way this bottle and the concentration seems to be is one of those of Eau de Cologne, and at the same time, you can smell it now, guys. So this is one of the fragrances where, again, you've got this type of unscrewable cap, and what you need to do realistically is purchase your own decant, is what I would say, guys. And that's probably one of the best things to do. Get these on Amazon pretty easily. Don't cost a lot of money, and you can get like a good pack of about 20 or so for a few pounds. So I'm quickly going to just do another spray of this one. I've spent the day with this fragrance now, so I have a good idea as to what this one smells like. And it's one of those fragrances, guys, which again, obviously Zara are getting into the realm of forms of, I say, clones, so don't expect too much. But ultimately, guys, spraying this one now, and again, best thing to do, guys, is definitely get your decant so you can actually get a proper level of projection from the fragrance. If you just spray it and dab it on, you're not going to get the full amount of what this fragrance actually is. So I'm just going to try and spray it now. So for me, guys, just gonna give you an idea of the note breakdown that comes on. The note breakdown says it is one of cardamom, mint, and patchouli. Now, when I smelled this one straight away, I had an idea where this one was going. And actually, to be honest, guys, if you want to know the lowdown on this one, again, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, smash that like button, help me out. Seems to be like the UK YouTube subscribers don't seem to get as much love as the American ones. I don't know why that's the case, but that's how it goes. But ultimately, guys, this one ultimately smells like Le Beau Santal 33. 33, 33, 30, 33, yeah, 33, that's it. So ultimately, guys, this is one of those fragrances that, you know, it's been released by Zara before, has it? And this was, I believe it was the scent #1. If I'm incorrect, let me know. But scent #1, which again has a similar type of juice. Now that one to me, guys, had a lot of a alcoholic blaster, alcoholic opening. Smelled very synthetic, smelled very type of heavy, I noticed with that particular fragrance. Whereas this one, guys, obviously Le Beau Santal is slightly more, how could I say, you get a lot more to work with, it's a lot richer, and again, you're paying a lot of money for a fragrance, so just bear that in mind. This one you've paid about £10 for. So this one to me, guys, it does give you that type of creamy borderline, how could I say, I mean, cardamom, mint, and patchouli. You do get a patchouli note in there, you do get that earthy note in there. Cardamom, I don't pick up on a lot, but once I can see, obviously if you see it there, maybe you can pick up on it, but I don't particularly recognize that. It smells like a slightly borderline sweet fragrance, borderline even, how could I say, like a borderline sort of, like a medicine-based fragrance, if that sort of makes any sense. It's not bad, guys. It smells to me like a fashionable type of fragrance, which is not a bad thing at all. This fragrance, as I say, guys, I've worn this now for today. Definitely will go well in the winter weather, as I say, compared to the original one that came out, the scent #1. That this one is a bit more smoother, but this one doesn't necessarily project as much. That one, I believe, was an EDT, and this one, again, just seems to be more appropriate for the summertime. It's one of those fragrances that, for me, it has a, it leaves a bit of a lingering type of note, as I say, which is more from coming from probably the patchouli, but like a sweetness on top of that patchouli. So that type of earthy patchouli smell that you get, this has got like a slight sweet element to it. but at the same time, it does smell definitely like a unisex fragrance. I personally would say this probably leans more to the female type of fragrances rather than male type of fragrances, but at the same time, it is a unisex fragrance, so that's not a bad thing at all. The mint, I don't particularly pick up on it, to be honest. I just don't really know where to go with that particular note, but there is a little bit of a sharpness as well that seems to be there. Now for longevity, for me guys, I didn't really get longer than about 2 hours on this one. After that, if you spray it on clothes, maybe up to 4 hours pushing it. And again, once you're walking around and you get that body scent, that heat going on, yes, you can get a little bit more from the fragrance, but it does feel like it's pushing it a little bit more. The difference between this one and the one that came out, scent number 1, that one did have, in my opinion, had a little bit more by way of projection, but it wasn't necessarily in the right way. That one seemed to be a little bit more projecting because of the synthetic alcoholic sort of opening that seemed to sort of linger around, where this one seems to be slightly more well balanced, seems to give me a lot more to work with, as I say, from a maybe even more like a versatile fragrance. I would say it's not as harsh and it's not as blasting your face aggressive, but this one seems to be slightly more relaxed, borderline, as I say, feminine when it seems to come to the dry down. You do get maybe a little bit of like a sandalwood note as well that seems to be in the dry down as well, but it's one of those fragrances, guys, that I don't think is bad. But again, you really do need to like the Labo Santal 33 to really want to sort of work with this fragrance. The other one, again, they didn't release it, the scent number 1. But at the same time, guys, this is not a bad release for £10. Maybe want to keep in your collection. One I don't think I will be reaching for in the first instance. It's nice to have it, it's nice to have the bottle, but realistically, you need to hold on to it. But in all though, guys, when it comes to these type of fragrances, don't expect to be wowed by them. It's one of those ones where it does become quite close to skin, but again, this is Eau de Cologne, so I don't really know if I'm testing it in optimal temperature. This is probably more, as I say, a summertime fragrance. Easily go well in the evening, can be worn in the office, can be worn even in just like a more of a social environment. Not necessarily formal enough I would wear it to a club, or formal enough I want to wear it to any form of dinner occasion or anything like that. Nice pleasant fragrance, but it's one that maybe your girlfriend probably may enjoy more so than you guys, or equally maybe again unisex, maybe ladies have more of an affinity for this one than guys would wear it. Personally, I'd probably stick with Labo because it gives me that one's a little bit more heavier, a lot more complex, and gives me more to work with, whereas this one just smells very light and it's just more of an imitation is what I'd say. So bear that in mind, guys. This is an imitation if you like that type of fragrance. Would I recommend to blind buy this one? Probably not. But again, it is a little bit light. But if you do like that type of patchouli sweetness, you know, borderline sort of earthy vibe going on, again, even like a borderline moss smell that I'm picking up on as well. So if you do like that type of vibe, guys, this might be one to go and check out. Let me know, leave your comments down below, and guys, please not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We got these fragrances now, so I'm probably going to sell them on eBay after a while, but we'll see. But this is not a bad one though, guys. But again, all in all, of what's been released, this isn't necessarily, in my opinion, the best one. It's an okay fragrance, it's one that you have in your collection, but it's not going to be one that's going to be a standalone. It's going to be forgotten, I believe, in time. I do believe the quality of the fragrances are increasing and actually are better than what ZARA previously released. But again, the whole sort of skin scent note and everything else like that, I can't really say, because again, this is not summertime, it's not summertime ready to know. But this one will go well, I think, in the summertime by all means. But it's one of those fragrances, guys, that check out. Leave your comments down below and let me know, guys, let me know, what fragrance do you think is going to be the one this summer that you can see so far? Anything you got in mind? Any clones that I've not looked at yet? Guys, let me know. And again, guys, if you want to hit me up, we do have the PayPal link down below. Guys, please drop a donation. Even if it's 50 pence, it all goes into the kitty and I can keep doing these fragrance reviews. Unfortunately, guys, we're in lockdown again, so it just makes life difficult to get moving around. But at the same time, guys, I'll try my best and stick with these fragrances and let you guys know as well how we get on. See you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.